another rebuild. If you tuned into the last live stream, you know we took a rebuild of the Raiders and took them to the Super Bowl in only one offseason. We took, obviously, the offseason that happened recently, the offseason that they did, and then it took me one additional offseason. So, I thought that was pretty good. We got Anthony Richardson at quarterback, and it was a massive success. So now, against my will, some are saying gun to my head even, we're going to be doing a rebuild of the Pittsburgh Steelers. And, it's going to hurt me a little bit as a Browns fan, but, maybe the silver lining is I can finally give Anthony Richardson the shot that he always deserved. The one thing I'm checking real quick is just that I have the right, I do have the right roster here now. I just have to add Aaron Rodgers to the Steelers. Oh. Okay, apparently never mind. I was like, how can I only add it to the Browns? It doesn't make any sense. Steelers. Okay. That's the only change I need to make, and we should be good to enter the franchise now. So I pretty much don't give myself any real restraints on these. Create new league, offline, roster file. But I am probably going to pick up Matt Corral in free agency and see if I can make stuff happen with him. I'm going to be reading the TikTok chat here a little bit. But for those that are tuning in on Twitch and on alternative platforms, I appreciate you all. Change role, owner. Make sure we're on all Madden. I see that. That's where they get you, man. Oh, no injuries. Okay, so we need simulation. 6 minutes. Okay, so we'll leave everything else pretty much the same. Okay. And then we'll go from preseason, baby. Let's go. All right. The only thing I was trying to figure out how to record things differently here, but for now we'll just kind of let things. Yo, welcome to the stream, man. So we've got our first preseason game against the Houston Texans. I do think I'm going to play it just for the sake of figuring out where we're strong, where we're weak. Guess who is in your city? Is that so? Pains me to have to play with this team. But I'll try and be nice. All right, play moment. I always play just offense whenever I'm doing these franchise mode type games. Just because playing defense against the computer on all Madden difficulty is so... I'm trying to think of a way to say boring without saying boring, but it really is boring. But we've got Rodgers here to start. We've got Patterson at running back. Probably not who my starter would be. Over Jaylen Warren. But let's see if Rodgers can take advantage of DK Metcalf on the outside early. Not really a lot to work with, but he's going to make it work with his legs. Maybe Rodgers won't be so bad after all. Here's the thing, right? in Madden, you don't have to worry about Aaron Rodgers just being like an insane human being that's impossible to deal with. In this time, we absolutely have DK Metcalf, a little bit underthrown, but it's still a very, very good gain there on first down. See if we can't hit Patterson on the screen here. We should have blocking out in front. It's all there. Oh, beautiful blocks, wide open, and that is the easiest touchdown anyone's ever seen. I really want to get to the second quarter, though, because then we're going to put Will Howard in, and I'm really interested to see how he feels in this game. Obviously, it's just a version of Will Howard that someone created, but it's... No, that's insane, dude. No, that's insane. Oh, wait. Dude. If you're gonna... I'll be at the Arts Fest tomorrow, dude. We should definitely... Oh, that's an interception. That's an interception. But no, dude, if you're in town, yeah, we should definitely do something, man. I don't know how long you'll be around or what your plans are. But bro's in the 614. A card tourney tomorrow. Oh, that's sick, man. That's sick. The convention center. Okay, yeah, I know. Yeah. I live somewhat near the convention. Yeah, I'm probably like a 25 minute walk from the convention center. So, but I know like in the morning we're getting breakfast with my family, and then we're going to the Arts Fest in the evening around like 5 or 6. But if you'll be in town outside of that, we should definitely hang out, man. W team. Nah, man. Terrible team. They call it the terrible towel for a reason. Why is Kenneth Gainwell in? They've got no other receivers. Is that what I'm hearing? All right, Will Howard's got some decent movement going on. That's a nice throw. That's a nice throw from Will Howard. Dot. Oh, okay. Make him miss? No. So he's got some decent movement skills, but he can't like juke anyone out, which doesn't shock me. He wasn't like that at Ohio State either. He was pretty good at sliding though, so we'll take that. Let's see if we can punch it in here with 36 seconds to go, just inside the 35-yard line. Got single high coverage, so we should have this post route developing, except our receiver is not quite fast enough to take the top off, which, is okay, except you're matched up against a... Actually, no, he wasn't against a linebacker. I thought he was, but he wasn't. Oh. See, they don't even need Rodgers. Well, we're in week 1 of preseason, so... Will Howard comes in the second quarter. Rodgers was throwing pretty well also, but we'll see how things go as we enter the regular season. All right, we'll take it to the end of the game now. And we end up getting that easy win in the preseason. See, they don't even need Rodgers. Is very... I agree with you, honestly. Like, I get why they brought him in at this point. I mean, the alternative is literally just either Mason Rudolph or Will Howard. But really, truly, I just don't know if Rodgers is a character that I would want on my football team. I don't know. And maybe that sounds like sort of an arrow-minded to be like, oh, well, I don't like Aaron Rodgers personally, therefore I don't want him on the team. But it's just like, I don't know. This is a guy that forced out Robert Saleh, made the Jets defense worse, brought in a bunch of his guys. And like, even though Rodgers' stats weren't worse, it's like he had two really good wide receivers and they were still like a bottom 10 passing offense. I just don't see how that's going to like improve because they were neck and neck with the Steelers in terms of like passing efficiency last year. I just don't know like why anyone would be like overjoyed about bringing Rodgers in when they could have kept Russ. I know people weren't excited about the way the season ended with Russell Wilson, but like the passing offense was just as good with Russ as the Jets was with Rodgers. I would have rather have had Fields. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a hot take, but that's how I feel. I want to try trading Aaron Rodgers because I'm willing to bet that someone would give something for him. I think that's the play here. But how do you like Shedeur Sanders is looking in camp? See, I really don't give much. What's the word I'm looking for? I don't give a lot of like my energy, I guess, to thinking about the performances of players in like OTAs and rookie mini camp, just because it doesn't really matter. Like, I love the jokes all the time. Like, oh my God, JJ McCarthy went through 36 touchdowns in OTAs. That's an NFL record. Because like, it doesn't matter, right? If Shedeur Sanders looks good in practice, like in his first month of practicing in the NFL, sure. If he looks bad, that also doesn't really matter. But I don't know. I guess it's like Shedeur Sanders is newsworthy because it's Deion's kid and he got drafted really late, so eyes are on him. Yeah, I mean, looking good in practice can't like be a bad thing. But until they like actually get on the field, like even in preseason, it's hard to judge because like they don't really look like it's just totally different compared to what you'll see in the regular season on Sundays. So it's very hard for me to get behind that. I guess I'll download a draft class here, but I want draft 2026, but I feel like the last time I used that, it was really bad. So maybe I'll do this one. Sure, 2026 draft. The import failed? No, take it back. Take it back right now. You don't mean it. So I guess this is just a random class then because I don't see anyone I recognize. Okay, that's fine. It's whatever. I'm not really going to focus on it until we get like really close to the draft probably. I might not even get through the draft in this episode, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm mostly going to work on getting the team to a point that I feel is, because it's a rebuild, so the main goal has to be, I think, getting some assets in some capacity. But we'll trade players away that I think are worth trading away. Like TJ Watt and Cam Hayward are great players with multiple years left on their deal. I think they're worth keeping around. At some point, I may have to extend TJ Watt, depending on how long this rebuild goes for, but I'm not too worried about that right now. Minkah Fitzpatrick, also probably going to keep around, though. I don't know how often he gets injured in this game, but I know he gets injured a lot in real life. Highsmith I'll also keep around. I didn't realize he's only 27. Him and Fitzpatrick are the same age. Darius Slay, on the other hand, someone I wouldn't mind trading away, you know. DK Metcalf keeping. But the real guy that I want to try trading first is Aaron Rodgers. I want to try and just see if anyone's willing to give me anything. And the Browns are Rasul Douglas, Kwity Paye. Ooh, I like Kwity Paye. Josh Reynolds, some draft capital. And Cody Barton. Okay, so not a lot of offers here. But it doesn't shock me that these are the Jets are, the dude, that's totally unserious. Tennessee, they just drafted Cam Ward. I would rather have lots of draft capital. Let's see what they. I'm just curious how much I can get, you know. Let's start with the first overall pick. Okay, not close. Start with a 2 and a 4. Oh, now we're getting somewhere. The 2 would work on its own, I think. And then they're also offering us Cody Barton, who would not be a bad middle linebacker to bring in. So I'm going to throw Barton in here. Barton in a 2. And then I'm going to add in, I see you said to throw that 6th in. So I'm going to try that. A 2, a 6, and Cody Barton. Okay, that's too much. And the 2 in Cody Barton's probably too much. I almost would rather have the 2. Is that a hot take that I'd rather have the 2 than Cody Barton? Because, I don't know, I feel like we have solid players on defense. We got Patrick Queen and Holcomb. Yeah, I feel like I don't need the linebacker. So if I just do the 2, let's try a 2 and a 5. We're close. We are going to have to do a 2 and a 6. It's only 1 pick apart. Oh, I really thought that would work. So we'll try picks next year. A 2 and a 4 next year. That is somehow worse. Significantly worse. Do I just do Rodgers for a 2 straight up? Can I pull something else in the mix here? You need a corner. I said I'd be interested in trading Darius Slay. Maybe I see what I can get for Slay, and then just because he's 33, I see what I can get for Slay from someone, and then if I can pair Rodgers with it. I see if I can get more, like especially if Tennessee's offering something. Okay, this is not significantly better. Jacoby Myers, J.C. Horn, interesting. Joe Tippmann. I actually, if someone's offering me offensive line, that would actually be quite interesting. I would listen to that. Dallas Goedert. James Conner. Levante David. Tevin Jenkins. Now, this is interesting. Yeah, let me see what I get back if I throw them together. Because the problem is they're both old, you know? Jerry Jeudy, Kyler Murray, Khalil Mack, Rashee Rice, Bernard Raymond. Now we're getting somewhere. I like this offer a lot. A young 85 overall left tackle with a third and a fifth for Slay and Rodgers. Oh, dude, Jake Matthews, he's older. I think I like the Raymond trade better. And then we also have Dotson. See, I feel like I don't think that's better value. I think the Raymond trade is still better. Trent Brown. Yeah, we're going to start. That's what I'm saying, dude. Like, I feel like getting Bernard Raymond is huge. I wonder if I can get a better draft pick out of this, though. I don't want to get too greedy, but, like, can I throw a second in instead of a third? Oh! Oh my God, I cooked. Oh my God, you got fleeced. No, that's actually insane. Absolutely insane fleece work by myself here. That's insane, dude. Bernard Raymond? Okay, so now let's take a look at the depth chart. Will Howard's our starting quarterback. Don't love that, but I want to look at the roster through the lens of adjust lineup. Just easier to see everything all at once. All right, let's generate the best lineup here. Oh, dude, offensive line already looks so much better just adding Raymond there. We got Frazier. Man, they made Frazier an 82. I mean, I think he's pretty good, but that feels pretty high. And he's got hidden development. Like, our offensive line could be really nice. We just need a right guard. But I mostly run to the left side anyway. So I'm not too mad at this. We could also use some more receiver depth. So maybe, I mean, we have, of course, DK. So I don't need to make like a crazy trade, but and I don't hate how our corners are right now. So that's one thing where I'm like, if we go this season and draft some receivers, draft some corners, and then we could use some more depth on the defensive line. We're running a 3-4, so some more pure defensive linemen would be nice as well. But honestly, like, I don't hate the way we're looking right now. I'm noticing Peyton Wilson also has hidden development. They're giving him some crazy stats. I might look into trading Holcomb just to trade for Jacoby Brissett. I am not going to do that. I'm gonna see about getting Matt Corral. That might be the move that I make. I'm gonna see about trading Holcomb, though, just because... How much... Can I see how long he has left on his deal? I can see in the trade finder, I know that. But just because I've got a guy behind him who is a little bit of a better athlete, and he's on hidden development trait, so if I get him going, he could be like a star. So let's see what I can get for Holcomb, and then we'll start getting into the season. Rosters. Oh, wait. Nope, I wanted to go to the trade center. Trade finder. I should have gone the other way, but middle linebacker, Holcomb. And then I would either, of course, just want more draft picks. Grover Stewart would be crazy, dude. Damn, he's 30. I thought, honestly, I thought he was younger than that. But I still wouldn't hate that. I mean, we would have the nastiest defensive line of all time. Like, I mean, you're considering some of the other offers we're getting here. It's like Parker Washington and Jalen Hyatt. Like, Alan Lazard. Like, I really don't think we're going to find a better offer than what they're giving us there in Indianapolis. Grover Stewart and a 6th next year. I think I have to at least try and get. And they gave me a higher pick last time. See if we can't do it again. I wonder if I could just... I'm trying to get a little tricky here. Keanu Benton. Dude. If I finagle my way into... Okay, maybe I got ahead of myself a little bit. We're so close. We're so close. $2025 round 4. And then what if I throw... We have 1,000,000 7th round picks. Oh. Come on. You know you want to. Oh, we're so close, dude. I'm literally just going to keep offering the next 7th round pick up until eventually they say, fine. Okay, they're still not saying fine. I will give them my 2026 5th. Oh, dude, we're literally right there. If this doesn't do it, nothing will. Okay. Thank you. And now we're going to go bring in free agents. Hello. Oh. Like, hello? Is this last name alphabetical? If so... Oh, no, 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 no. Where is he? No, this is breaking my heart, dude. Manage roster, NFL rosters, quarterback. No, they don't have Matt Corral in here at all? That's actually nuts. That's actually insane. Indy was they were trying to run me for my money there. And you know what? I don't hate them for it. I fleeced them on a trade. It's only right they try and get me back. But now, we're kind of nice on the defensive line. Not kind of nice, we're really nice on the defensive line. I'm going to move you to right end. And now our defensive line is... Which, honestly, I should probably do it the other way, right? Because I feel like Stewart's more nose tackle-esque. I'm going to move Hayward to right end. Just trying to get the young guys going, you know? Edit. He is a Buckeye, so shout out. I did trade Aaron Rodgers. Had to. Absolutely had to. So now this is our defensive line. Maybe I should have done it the other way. So we have Benton. Okay. There we go. Now I am a big fan of our defense and especially our defensive line. I think we're going to be looking quite nice. Offense, a lot depends on the quarterback play. We'll see how Will Howard does. But obviously, quarterback is going to be a priority entering the draft, and as well as some receiver depth, maybe some corners. But yeah, that's what I get for trading guys away. But our offensive line looks really nice. I think we have an optimal situation to bring somebody in. So let's get into this game, and then, of course, we'll sim to probably the midpoint of the season and see how things go. See what the TikTok is. Trade for Nelson Aguilar. Hey, man, we was catching him, unlike Aguilar. Going to be winning a lot of 17-13 games, man. Someone has to win those 17-13 games. Why not me? You know? Start some inside zone. Got Jalen Warren out here. They're stacking the box a little bit, but I am not going to be afraid to run the ball against a heavy front. And we're going to get 4 yards there on first down with Jalen Warren. We've got Buckeye legend Will Howard at quarterback, Buckeye legend Cam Hayward on the defensive line. And nowhere really to go there on second down as we're now going to be in 3rd and 5. And we're going to unleash Will Howard here. We're going to see if the Ohio State legend can live up to the expectations. Dropping back, got a man deep, and that is DK Metcalf taking it all the way on 3rd down and 5. That is a great way to start this game, if I do say so myself, and I do. And we're going to get the ball back in enemy territory. Looks like we forced a turnover early, and we're going to give our guy a shot once again. Nowhere really to go. Oh, and we fumble. No. Throws a touchdown on the first drive, fumbles the football on the second drive. And he's hurt also. So Mason Rudolph is now in the game. This is truly peak Steelers football, if I do say so myself. But luckily, Jalen Warren has no problem carrying the load of this offense. Another 9-yard gain there on first down. And Mason Rudolph is fired up because he doesn't have to do anything. But he's going to have to do something on this play. We've got Pratt Freiermuth, though, and he's open, and he's going to take it into the end zone. 2 touchdowns from 2 different quarterbacks. We're off to a pretty solid start considering the situation going on at quarterback right now. We've got 2 high safeties, but we've also got press coverage. I'm going to try and take advantage of it as Mason Rudolph goes down trying to step up into the pocket. Really unfortunate, as some would say. I would say. All right, 2 yards there on second down, 3rd and 15. And I think we're just going to run it here. I really do. I'm going to send Austin across the formation. See what we can do on the ground here on 3rd down and long. The answer is nothing. James Pierce Jr. blows that up in the backfield. We have to punt. It's very rare that I say that, but we have to punt. Not ideal, and it is now 14-7. This might be a 17-3 or 17-13 victory, and Will Howard is back in the game. That's what we like to see. Our starting quarterback back in action, and that ball wobbles out of his hands as he's hit as he throws. First down play goes nowhere. But, that's why we have 4 downs, so that we have the opportunity to make mistakes and pick up the slack later on. And this time, Jalen Warren, not James Warren, Jalen Warren, off to a pretty nice run there. And we're going to hand it off to him again. Reward him for his efforts. And that is another nice run. 8 carries, 50 yards, and he gets us past midfield. And now we're going to try and throw the football once again. 1st down and 10. We've got separation from multiple receivers on the field. But no! Not another fumble as the pocket collapses around Will Howard. This Atlanta pass rush is getting after it today. We had time in the first quarter to throw, but that has quickly evaporated. And another fumble! No, this is actually insane. Getting sacked occasionally, it happens. Fumbling as many times as Will Howard has so far in this performance, I've never seen anything like it. And he goes down again. 5th sack so far in this game for the Atlanta Falcons. And we're just going to take that into halftime. Nothing good was going to come of that possession. So coming out of halftime, I just want to run the ball. I just want to keep us alive. We have the lead 14-0 or 14-10, not 14-0. Let's try not to squander it, It was 14-0. Now it's 14-13. It's very interesting that you said that this was going to be a lot of 17-13 victories, and it is currently 14-13 midway through the 3rd quarter. No blitz coming. We've got time to throw. Will Howard scrambling, trying to make something happen, and nothing to be found there. Probably should have just taken off and tried to get what we could on the ground. You know what? That's okay. I know I said I wanted to run the ball, but I keep seeing this press coverage, and I want to take advantage of it. We're going to run it with Will Howard, and that is an 8-yard gain for the young quarterback. Our left guard is currently injured, so that only makes our offensive line worse. And we're going to hand the ball off here behind his replacement. Oh, Warren, 1-yard gain, 4th and 1. I think we have to go for it. Look, man, on principle, We have to go for it in these 4th and short yardage situations. If we can't pick it up, it's because we don't deserve to. And we've got Pat Freiermuth. He's wide open. And Will Howard hits him in stride inside the 30-yard line. That is what we like to see. As a Browns fan, I don't love to see it, but as the owner of this team, I'm not mad at it. Oh, Will Howard. No! Goes down. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. Will Howard. Robert Woods. Touchdown. I broke the curse. We are not going to win this game 21-13 or 17-13, but it is currently 21-21. We're going to need to make something happen here on offense if we want to win this game at all. Oh my God. Dude, Will Howard kind of had some nice escapability there, but still a loss of a yard. But it could have been a lot worse. It looked like he was going to get strip sacked again. Oh God, just the blitz really got through. We didn't have a chance there. 3rd and 19. Please. 4th and 5. We got to go for it on principle, man. It's the rules. Oh, dude. Come on. Hand it off. No, the blitz. No, he ran right into the blitz. No. Oh, this is rough. 24-21. Down 3. Under 2 minutes to go. We've got 2 timeouts. 5-yard gain from Warren here on 1st down. That is not bad. But we got to do a little bit better than that if we want to win this game here with 1:30 and the clock is running. No, got to use a timeout. 9 sacks. Will Howard has spent a lot of time on the ground in this one. Oh, God, there's just no one open, man. I mean, there's truly no one open. And I fear we might be all out of luck. Oh, my God. No way. No. And that'll probably do it. 24-21 loss. Will Howard got sacked as many times as I've ever seen a quarterback get sacked in Madden or in any version of football. He just doesn't have that kind of mobility, man. And you know what? It's okay sometimes, but we're gonna need a little bit better quarterback play if we're gonna win any amount of football games, let alone a Super Bowl at some point. Thoughts on the possibility of Rodgers hurt? Like, okay. I am convinced, like, if the quarterback room is Rodgers, Will Howard, and Mason Rudolph, all 3 quarterbacks will play at some point this season. I think that's a very, very safe guarantee. Okay, we're 3-4. Honestly, like, we could make the playoffs. We're just going to take it week by week, I think. Because we're 4-4 right now, man. I'm saying it's close. We won that game 19-14, though. Week 10 against the Commanders. See if we can get it done. That's a loss. bad loss, 27-12. Going up against the Ravens here. We are definitely outmatched, but maybe we can pull something out of our hat. 41-14, never stood a chance. Cleveland, we have them outmatched. Maybe we can pull this one out. We do, 17-14. Nice. Cincinnati, this is a pretty even matchup, I would say, but we should have them outmatched, maybe. Oh, I pressed something. Oh, we lost badly. Okay. We face the Browns again, though. It's going to be close whether or not we actually do make the playoffs in this first season. But, you know, the Steelers are, though. They usually find a way to go 9-8 and sneak in and get swamped in the first round. We just got to pull a couple games out of our hat. And it starts with this one. We do win. Philly, I don't know how I feel about our odds in this one. Not going to lie. Feels like wishful thinking. Yeah, 34-28. Got to face the Ravens again. Faced the Browns twice and the Ravens twice in a very short time span. Couldn't beat the Ravens. That puts us at 6-9 and probably knocks us out of the playoff picture. Even if we were to beat the Chiefs and the Bengals here, which we don't beat the Chiefs, that puts us at 6-10. And then the Bengals, even if we win this game, definitely no chance. We'll be 7-10. Okay, 6-11. So not a great season, but should give us a pretty decent draft pick if we're being optimistic. And at this point is where I'll probably start trying to fill out. Well, we'll take a look at the playoff picture, sure, but the real goal here is to just fill out our draft board now. So we've got Kansas City and Jacksonville. Baltimore's the 1 seed, not shocking there. Buffalo and the Chargers, and the Bengals and the Texans. This is honestly a very realistic AFC playoff picture. This could absolutely happen. And then in the NFC, you've got the Eagles are the 7 seed. That's a bit shocking. The Falcons are the 1 seed. I mean, they rocked us week 1 getting after with their pass rush. So that is no shock to me at all, dude. They were absolutely devastating to face. Green Bay is the 2 seed, Washington the 3, Dallas the 4, or Dallas the 6. So I can kind of see how this happened. You know, Dallas was maybe a little bit underrated. Washington won some more games this year and won the division. So I can see how Philly became the 7th seed. And then you got Detroit and Seattle. This isn't totally unrealistic either. But this requires a lot of hope from the Falcons quarterback play. And then we'll also take a look at the we're not going to take a look at the season stats, really. Maybe we can, just because maybe our defense was outstanding, you know. Our offense looks like it was almost dead last. Nice. Really bad offense, that's what you like to see. But maybe our defense was very good? Maybe? No? Okay. Where was it? Oh, it was just like league average. Okay, so we just don't stack up anywhere on any sort of charts. Oh, we had a lot of sacks. 42 sacks. There we go. The Falcons had 44. Again, doesn't shock me. They devastated us in week 1. And it looks like we had a good number of interceptions, 15. So that's not bad. So maybe we did have some sort of defensive player of the year consideration. AFC defensive player of the year. TJ Watt came kind of close, top 4, but Max Crosby was the guy. Okay. But now let's focus on getting these draft boards together. I really want to just get to the combine, and then from there we'll start to off season. Okay, so we'll sim to off season. Okay. I want to get to the combine. There's definitely there's people that retired. Hopefully. Oh, yeah, I was worried about that. Maybe I should have thought about trading Cam Hayward. But, man, that sucks. That kind of sucks that he's going to retire like that. But at least we still have Grover Stewart. So I'm not mad that I made that trade now. But okay, let's go to re-sign players. See if there's only 6 guys that are ready to renegotiate. I don't think I have anyone crazy. Warren, sure. We'll give Warren just kind of a neutral offer. Okay, yeah, I don't hate him for testing free agency there. I could franchise tag him. No one else I might as well franchise tag. I mean, who else am I going to use it on, right? All right. The Ben, wide receiver 1. Okay, so now we've got combine results, so that is what I like to see. We're going to look at some free agents. I can't imagine there's anyone like crazy that we want. Levante David is a free agent. Someone tried to offer him in a trade, and now he's a free agent. So I wouldn't hate going after him. A quarterback would be nice, but probably aren't any that are really going to move the needle for us. Maybe some depth at receiver I could see. Rashid Shaheed. I would not hate this. He's blazing fast. I think I am going to... Same with Kavontae Turpin, but we're going to make an offer on Shaheed. We'll see. I don't know how that offer is going to stack up against. Okay, it is currently the best offer, so we might get him. And then I know I need a right guard. I don't feel like any of these guys are great options. And then maybe some more defensive line help, but Von Miller's available, but he's 36, dude. What? Yeah, I'm good, dude. I am okay. Okay, let's scout. We've got the combine results now. Prospects. We're just gonna go. This is the most painstaking process. Is just going through each position group and seeing what we have to work with here. I am gonna start by going through the 40 times. No one looks like ran anything insane. A 4.66. Anything crazy on the bench by chance? Okay, 27 bench press reps. And he's also a pretty good athlete. We could work with that. We absolutely could work with this. And we have great scouting on these quarterbacks. So that is good to know. 27 reps on the bench press is actually nuts for a quarterback. Very strong, it looks like. He's got pretty good accuracy. But I really do want a fast quarterback. Like, that is something that does matter to me in some capacity. But it just looks like we're not going to have like a really elite speed quarterback in this draft, which, like, it is what it is, but that does kind of suck for me. I'm not going to lie. Makes me a little sad. But if we're not going to get that, then I need to have someone who's got an elite arm. Parker Cummings is going to be someone that I definitely need to be looking at. Rossi looks like he's a good bit slower than... But I think those are my only two options, really, at quarterback. So I'm going to look at those two, and then whichever one... Rossi we probably won't get, but those will be the two guys that I'm looking at. Will be either Rossi or Cummings. So, just because, there's literally nobody else to even remotely entertain, just because, like, the athleticism really isn't there. I could see going after, like, having this guy in my back pocket, like in the rare circumstance where I get neither of the top two guys. This is also a very strong guy with good change of direction. Or maybe I literally just sort by, like, speed and just go after, like, the freakiest athlete, like Alan McMillan. Like, his arm kind of sucks, but everything else, like, he's a freaky athlete. I might as well put him on my board in some capacity, right? Like, what's the worst that could happen? And then I might as well also put Hoke on the board as well, Just trying to get some good athletes in the room as well. Running backs. Okay, I'm not really sold by the running backs, not going to lie. A 4.49. Oh, there's someone with a 4.36. That's really good with 20 reps on the bench. This is a good athlete. He's apparently an undrafted free agent is what his, like, projection is. But man, this guy's got a 34-inch vert. We just get someone with, like, a crazy athletic profile. It's going to be hard to turn down some of these. Okay. I am not upset at any of these. Who do you think the GOAT rapper is? Theo used to say, it's who? Aesop? It's Aesop Rock. I don't even know who that is. I would say it's probably, like, Jay-Z or Lil Wayne. Or, no, probably, like, Biggie. That'd be, like, my big three of, like, favorite rappers would be, like, Jay-Z, Lil Wayne, and Biggie. Beastie Boys have some fire stuff out there as well. Okay, so we've got some pretty blazing speed at receiver as well. But this guy's, and he's got a 40-inch vert? A 4.3 with a 40-inch vert is crazy. And he's 6'1", dude. That is pure deep threat. And this guy's pretty much the same build, except he's 5'9". So I feel like it's less likely that he works out, but definitely going to keep him in the back pocket as well. See, this is crazy. A 4'4", 6'3", with 22 reps on the bench and a 40-inch vertical. I mean, dude, some of these receivers are just absolutely broken. Trying to see what else sticks out here. 4'7" with a 38-inch vert and 19 reps on the bench. I like that. Same with this 22 reps on the bench. We'll throw him in there as well. 6'5", 230. I did not get a Switch 2. I don't even have the original Switch, so. But I've always told myself that I would get one, but it's just never really been on my priority list. I don't play like that many video games, I feel like, anymore to really justify it. Maybe one day, though. None of the tight ends really moved me. You know, we got to look at the bench press reps. Oh my God. Dude. 44 reps on the bench. It's just totally insane. I mean, just like completely insane. He's 6'9", 370. He might stink, but like I can't not have him on the board. I'm trying to see if there's anyone else that sticks out as like. I mean, 37 reps is also pretty nuts. But if there's someone who's like, I mean, he's got 32 reps and he runs a 4.94. This guy runs a 4.95. Both are 6'6", over 300 pounds. And both are projected to go very early in the draft. That does not shock me based on just pure athletic profile. Okay, let's look at the guards. Some more pretty insane athletes here. 37 reps on the bench. 6'2", 325, 6'5", 341. But no one else really popping out the screen, you know? A 4.98, and this dude ran a 4.88 in the shuttle. He is probably a freak. 4.98 in the shuttle is not bad at all. But he's 6'2", 314, a little undersized, honestly. Trying to see if anyone. Okay, no one else really stands out to me there. Let's look at the centers. How does he feel like? Yeah, I was like, these centers don't really move me that much. Which is okay. Like, I don't need a center, but yeah, it's a little underwhelming at the center position. Like, no one's freakishly strong, and there's not a single 40 time under 5 seconds. It's like, I don't expect there to be 40 times under 5 seconds, but like, for no one to have like any sort of like freakish athleticism, it's just a little concerning. And I'm kind of feeling the same thing with the right guards as well, which is very disappointing because I kind of need a good guard. Let me just go to physicals, right? And then we're going to go. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's any sort of. That's pretty disappointing. What if I go to attributes? Honestly, this cat could be kind of nice. Right? This guy could be kind of nice. So could this guy. I'm going to mark him down. This guy's not a very good run blocker, but honestly, my right guard, I mostly need to be a pass protector. So I don't hate that at all. Let's go to right tackles. Physicals. Looks like we're going to get a lot of the same here, except this guy looks like he's probably insane. So we'll mark him down, and then attributes. Okay, this guy is not what I want. This guy might be, though. Okay, so Kyrie Allen is definitely someone that we'll keep our eye on, but everyone else I'm not too sure about. Defensive line. Combine. Start with the benches. 38 reps on the bench press. This dude did 34 reps on the bench press at 475 is 33. I don't know, man. He might be kind of goated. Let's see what he's got. Okay, nothing. He's got nothing in his bag of tricks. Let's look at just pure attributes then. Let's go like tackling. Okay. Yeah, this guy's projected to go top 5. I mean, we'll put him on the list. We'll put Ben Stevenson on the list also. And Cliff Bradshaw. And Eric Allen. Oh, Theo. What's Theo doing here? Block shedding. I hate when it does that. Okay, nothing really there. Right ends. Tackling. Okay, we might have some juice here. Okay, not that much juice, though. A little bit of juice, but not that much juice. Throw Jimmy Johnson on the list as well. We're almost done. We're almost done. Michael Parker. Taylor Wilbur. That might be someone worth looking into. Yeah, I gotta look at him. He doesn't have a good set of moves, but he's just pure power, you know? We'll throw you on the list as well. I think that'll be it for the defensive tackles. And now I can start looking at combine stats again. Linebackers. A 4.59 with a 27 reps on the bench. I was about to say, that feels really high. Let's see what the rest of your stuff looks like. He's the fastest linebacker. I mean, he's got an insane set. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude, he might be goated. He might be goated. Which, unsurprising. Oh, wait, that's not who I want. He is projected to be a round 1 guy here. Tony Steele, Matt Allen. Nothing else really pops out. No one really jumps off the screen there. A 4-4-2. You, sir, do jump off the screen. Hey, and he's a Buckeye. We might have to snag him. This dude ran a 4.53, went to Georgia, 25 reps on the bench. Going to Georgia matters. Like, let's not joke. It matters. Oh, I hate when it does that. Okay, so not a ton of linebacker talent, but there's definitely some guys. There is definitely some guys. We've got some. Okay, I honestly just want to take all of these guys and just see which one, and then also this guy because he put up 30 on the bench. Okay, corners. 4.37. Oh, baby. 4.38 and 15 on the bench, both of you. I mean, you just got to. You just 6'5" and ran a 4.4. I mean, you got to, right? You got to. And then, okay, now is there anyone with like another crazy stat that's gonna pop out? Not really. Anyone crazy on the bench? Not really. This guy's not. 4.41 and 18 on the bench. 4.13 in the shuttle? Oh, dude. Yeah. Did anyone else run a crazy shuttle? A couple of guys, but I already have most of them marked down. We'll put Jonathan Wilson down. Do I want to put TJ Moreland? I mean, might as well. Already got you. I don't like putting the slot guys down. 4.55 is just not what I'm looking for. And I think I've got everyone else. Okay. Safeties. And then we're just about done. It's not insane, but I think I'd rather get this guy, like the 4.31 in the vertical or in the shuttle tells me probably doesn't have the best change of direction ever, but he could be. Yeah, and his zone's like kind of mid. Yeah, I just don't think that guy's going to be what we're looking for. Now, this Clemson guy, Jamal Charles, for some reason is out here. I'm hoping it could be really good. There's such a wide range of what he could end up being. But I'm gonna put him on my board just because he looks like he has the juice to get things done here. So we've got Jamal Charles down. Thomas Strait. No, but we're going to look at Devontae Rice. Let's see what you've got for us. Yes. Yes, 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 yes. Yes, yes, yes. He's okay, the top rated free safety in the class. So not surprising at all there. We've got some strong safeties that we'll take a look at, and then we will be done. Whew. Okay, not moved on this guy, but on Claiborne, that seems like a wide range of good athletic profile. If he can even be... dude, he just feels so mid. But apparently he's like a good kick returner, so basically he's Jabril Peppers coming out of Michigan. Let's look at Trey Trout. A 4.6? Dude. But he's just so shifty. He's so shifty. But his speed sucks, and everything else is going to suck too. And that's the thing with these strong safeties. Like, if they're slow, there's just no saving them. Like, unfortunately, there is just no saving them. Like, every single one of them stinks. All of them. So I think we'll just mark down, like, the absolute fastest guys, except for Claiborne, because I already know what he is. We'll put down McCree. We'll put down Nails. And that's really it. And that'll do it. That will do it. That fills out our scouting. We've got a lot of guys marked down, and obviously things will narrow down as we get to the actual draft. We're not going to get to pick all of these guys, but at least having them all at my disposal, like knowing these are the guys that I want to at least be looking at, is good to have. So thank you all so much for tuning in to the first installment of the Steelers Rebuild. The second episode for me is always, a little bit better, a little bit more interesting. We get to the draft. We'll play a few more games during the season because I actually expect to make the playoffs. So as we get closer and things are getting tighter to the playoffs, we'll play that. And then hopefully depending on how time is, we will have time to play in the playoffs as well.